I'm gonna ride her around a little bit more. I just kind of did a brief warm-up, and this is gonna be just my third time to shoot off of her. I did ride her yesterday and shoot. I'm not running patterns because she's so green. I'm just really trying to get like basic, you know, I don't have power steering yet, so I just let these horses that are this green lope around, and I try to keep that front end real loose and free. And then I'll just randomly draw and shoot. I try really hard to cock on 1 and fire on 3 so they know exactly when that shot's coming. Now this mare's left-handed, so I spend more time going right. And I'm just trying to get her to jog around here with her nose to the inside, just a little bit, and a little bit of bend in her rib cage. And I alternate different size circles, so I'll do some big ones and then some small ones. Like that. She's being lazy. So we'll go ahead and lope. Keeping her real free on the front end. I want her to move out. And I don't shoot right away because then every time you lope off, they start getting excited and want to run off. So we're gonna lope for a minute. This mare is so smooth. Again, I'm gonna alternate the size of my circles. I hit the target, I'm not that worried about it. There we go. Good girl. Okay, we're ready to shoot. And then I'm going to slow her down to a walk. Without pulling on her face, I'm just wanting her to kind of melt into it. Because I want her to relax on her own. There we go, right there. Good. Rinse and repeat. So I'm going to let her have a break for a second, and then we're going to turn and go left. Might do a little bending exercise in a second. Last thing you want is for a new horse, a new shooting horse to do is when you draw that gun and you go to shoot, they just want to run off. So when they're green, they're real new to it, and these are half loads. I'll shoot and let them ease down to a walk, take a break. So they have a positive association with it. Now, that approach does not work with every horse. Didn't work with her. Because with Bam Bam, every time I went to lope, she thought we were gonna shoot. So she would get real excited in the lope. So what I did instead with her is I would go ahead and lope and then get her a little bit tired, you know, where she would wanna catch her breath. I'd slow down to a walk, I'd pull the gun, fire one time, holster it, and then just keep her at a walk. And that worked really well with her because she's a more forward horse. This one's not. This one's right in the middle. That's why I like this filly so much. Plus, she's just very smooth. She's a very nice mover. All right, so she's stiff to the right. That's why I'm spending more time going to the right. I'm gonna do a little bending exercise here. I do this with all my horses, especially in the beginning. All my colts. So she's kind of got this figured out right now. So she's bending really nice in the neck. She's not bending enough in the rib cage, but more than what she has been in the last few days. So right there, her rib cage got kind of stiff, so I'm pushing with that inside leg. Good. Now I'm gonna ask her to bring that shoulder across. This is very new. We just did this for the first time. There we go, right. Perfect. So she did get 1 or 2 steps going across, and then I send her back out forward, keeping a bend. Okay, now that's good. Release, let her walk out. Go ahead and ask her to go to the left. So now going to the left as a right-handed shooter is much easier because I can shoot to the outside over here. I shot to the left that first time. All right, ask her to trot. Good girl, Tess. She's handling this very well. This is just day 3 of being shot off of. I get so tongue-tied when I'm trying to talk and write. Inside rein, outside leg. There we go. Beautiful. They like to bow out on that end of the circle because that's where the gate is. I'm not going to make a fight out of it. I'm just going to keep her going the direction I want to go. Here we go. Keep her nose to the inside. I'm going to need to lope her down a little bit on this one. She's going a little faster than I want her to because she's trying to get by that gate. Here we go. Good. She was wanting to drop that shoulder, that inside shoulder, and her turns. My arena is not level, so this is the high end here, and it goes downhill going this way, so this is when they're dropping their shoulder. So I just kind of squeeze them forward and make them speed up a little bit, because it's a lot harder for them to do that if you're going faster. Okay. Now when I'm ready to walk and give her a break, I'll shoot, but I'm not yet. She's slowing down and getting a little bit more thoughtful, so she's a little bit more with me. So we're getting closer. But I want her to have to work a little bit harder because I want her to want that gun to go off. Now I'm going to change up the size of the circle here. Okay, right there. Good. Right here. Good. And I'm not touching her face. The reins are loose. I just took my legs off of her. And I'm keeping her on my circle. There she goes. Very nice. Good job, Tess. All right. I don't know if you could hear everything I'm saying. Part of the time I'm just talking to the mic, and the other part of the time I was talking to you. Okay, good. Because with my earplugs in, I have no idea how loud or quiet I am. Whew. It's embarrassing how out of breath I get doing this. All right. Let's do a bend. I did a little bending exercise here. I want her to make a nice circle with her bent throughout her whole body, not just her neck, but her rib cage right there. Good girl. And she can slow down if she wants to. Okay, good. Right there. Good. That was nice. Okay, go this way. I like to keep them real free on the front end. I don't hang on their faces. Try not to. Sometimes I catch myself doing it. Okay, now we're gonna really bend. There we go, good. Okay. I might just shoot here once at a walk. Again, these are just half loads. Good. Now the smoke with the wind, the smoke was blown right across her head. She heard me holster that gun. When she heard that metal, she sped up in anticipation of a shot. So I'm not pulling back on her face. That's fine. She can move out. I'd rather have forward motion than one that braces up, right? Forward motion is key. So even though I didn't ask her to do that, that's fine. I just let her slow back down on her own. You kind of have to let them respond. Like they can't get, they're flight animals, right? So you can't get onto them for wanting to run away from something that scares them. And a lot of people make that mistake. They just want to jerk on their face as soon as the horse speeds up. And that is the last thing you want to do. Just let them move out and work off that nervous energy for a second, and they'll settle back down most of the time. On your real forward horses, that probably won't be the case. She's not. She's pretty well balanced. She's probably a touch on the lazy side, but not a lot. Like I don't have to work very hard to make her go. So I'm just going to decompress, let her walk around on a real loose rein to the right because she's a left-handed horse, so I need to get her softer to the right. Ooh. Right there, good job. This is a good stopping point because she was soft and she was bending like I wanted her to, and we're not facing the exit because I don't stop them facing that gate because that's where they all want to go anyway. So we're facing this end of the arena. So I'm going to back her up a couple steps. She wants to turn, but she doesn't. She's just green. She doesn't know. Okay. Let's get you straightened back out here. Okay, good. Right there. Whoop. And just come straight back to us. Good. 2 steps. Perfect.